All right, great.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our last and final happy. What am I trying to say? Happy hour of the year, guys. We have done maybe like 9 happy hours, starting
Yeah,
from February all the way till now, and each time is just an amazing time connecting with you all. So please let us know where you're coming in from. Say hello and get
Yes.
started. My name is Jasmine, and I'm the Donor Relations Manager.
I am Jamila. I am the marketing director.
And I'm Jess, and I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy hour. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, yes. So today we have some great, delicious holiday treats for you all. We have some drinks and we have some sort of like sweet and savory treats that we're going to share with you today.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm excited.
Definitely.
Yes.
So I guess we can jump right into it.
All right, let's get going.
Yeah, totally. And first of all, let me just shift a little bit here. Oh, first of all, hello, Rochelle. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Linda.
Hey,
Um,
girl.
so I guess I can start with my recipe. So everyone, we're also doing recipes with our. Excuse me, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. We are doing recipes from our very own holiday recipe ebook here at Afro-Vegan Society on our blog at afrovegansociety.org. Definitely check it out there. And for mine, I'm going to be doing our eggnog recipe with a twist. So usually we're going to be doing our ones with Japanese sweet potatoes, the purple sweet potatoes, which are so absolutely delicious. They taste basically like cotton candy and a sweet potato. But I'm just going to do it with regular milk because I'm sure not everyone has access to Japanese sweet potatoes. But if you do, definitely make sure you try that out. So I'm going to start with mine, and it's pretty simple. And I'm trying to make sure how to get myself in a full picture. I'm not
Mm.
trying to do that right now. It only does it for Jasmine. But I mean, if y'all don't mind being on screen with me, I can just,
No, that's fine.
and if everyone can see me, then we can just get started.
Yep.
So absolutely, y'all. Let me know if you can see in the comments. Hello once again. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Friday. So I have my high-speed blender. If you have one, that would be great. You don't necessarily need one for this recipe. But once again, you're trying to mix everything up. You're trying to have the spices in there because we're doing a traditional tasting eggnog. You don't want it to be bland. So mixing it is not going to do. You probably do want to use a hand blender or just a high-speed blender. So I'll go over my ingredients. So I have some oat milk. This is pretty affordable. This is like probably $3 at my local market. And you could probably use cashew milk or a thicker type milk or any type of thing like that. But I'm just using oat milk today from Planet Oats. This was a really, they had like sugar free, unsweetened. I will definitely recommend unsweetened because you're going to add syrup to this. And once again, I just mentioned syrup. We have some syrup right here, and you can use at your own risk. You could probably even have this to be a less sweet eggnog, but we all know we want our eggnogs to be sweet. So, yeah, we can definitely have that. I have some cinnamon and some nutmeg. You could also use cardamom if you so choose. Just to have like those warming spices in there because this is a holiday type thing and we want to have our pumpkin spice flavors going on, and it's just always going to be very delicious. I have some full fat coconut milk. You have to have that, especially for the thickness. And we have some vanilla extract because vanilla extract always picks up the flavor of sweet things, no matter what, like with cornbread, with like just anything. Vanilla extract just picks everything up several notches. And this is absolutely optional for the last ingredient to this, and that is bourbon. So I'm definitely doing a spiked eggnog today. I'll be very, very modest with it this time. But if you're going to be doing that at your holiday party with your family, make sure that you do this sparingly, but you can definitely add some bourbon to this. So I'm going to get started. So it calls for three, of course, you got to shake it up. Before you do anything with your milk, shake it up. So I have my oat milk here. I'm going to be doing 3 cups of oat milk. And once again, let us know if y'all can hear me. Well, we have our music on, so I can't tell. And hello again. So yes, I'm going to be doing 3 cups of oat milk. And yes, my measuring cup does not have a spout or a handle, but you know what? We got to work with what we got. So once again, pouring 3 cups of my oat milk into my high-speed blender. Oh, this is going to be good, y'all. I haven't had eggnog in years for obvious reasons. And I can tell already this is going to be so tasty and festive. Who doesn't like a festive drink? Oh, you can hear me 5. First of all, hello, Lita Logical, and I'm so glad you can hear me. Perfect. So now that I put 3 cups of my oat milk, I'm just going to set it aside. And I'm going to add my whole can of full-fat coconut milk. All right, I might need a spoon because y'all know that it has chunks in it, so do the best you can. Woo! Perfect. I'm just going to use a spoon. Excuse me 1 second. Just make sure I scoop out all the flesh because that's the thickness that we need in this eggnog. Ooh, got it all over my shirt. Thank God I'm wearing my AVS apron. Yes, absolutely. So I'm just going to scoop the flesh in here. Perfect. Okay. And now I'm going to be adding some syrup. I really do, I believe it calls for a tablespoon, maybe less. I'm just going to check one more time because I don't want to put in too much. Not saying that I'm scared of maple syrup, but at the same time, we at AVS believe in not doing the absolute most when it comes to oil, salt, sugar. We want to make sure that we're eating things that will keep us nice and satiated, but at the same time, not spiking your blood sugar at the same time. Okay, great. So this calls for 4 to 6 tablespoons of syrup. Do what you want, do what you feel. I'm definitely going to be doing less. So I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons at first and then seeing how I feel afterwards. So 1 tablespoon. Luckily, I got an extra one. I'm going to set that aside for later to recycle. And 1 more tablespoon of syrup. Perfect. Great. Maybe a little extra. Okay, great. Okay. And now I'm going to be adding my vanilla extract. Whew. It's harder to open than I thought. Not with these nails. Okay, great. Excuse me for 1 second, y'all. Okay, just gonna poke a little hole. Not the safest, but it's open. So I'm just gonna probably add in a few drops of that. I'm sure it calls for about a teaspoon or 1/8 teaspoon. So I'm gonna set that aside. I, for one, just love to douse my things in vanilla extract. I don't care if it's 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm going to add a lot. So I definitely did that. Might add more later. And I'm going to be adding my spices. So you could also use pumpkin spice if that's available to you, rather than just the cinnamon and the nutmeg or the cardamom. But I'm just going to be using cinnamon and nutmeg today. And I'm going to add it quite sparingly because I don't want this to be too much of a spicy drink. I really do like the warming spices of the holidays, but a little too much can be a little too much. And I'm sure y'all understand what I mean by that. So I'm gonna add a little bit of nutmeg, just because nutmeg can make things a little bit on the bitter side. So I'm not going to go wild with that. And if I need to add anything else, of course, I can add it towards the end. And I'm going to actually add my bourbon towards the end after I blend everything up, just because I don't want to have traces of alcohol in my blender. But whatever, if you want to put it in your blender, go right ahead. So I'm probably going to stop here and blend, and then we can get to my taste test later. I'll just mute myself.
I love that technique that you used, Jamila. You went back and you said, I'm gonna just add 2 tablespoons now, and then I can add later based on, once I taste it. And that's a key, like when you're in the kitchen and cooking, because if you put everything in, from the jump, like you can't take it out. But you put a little bit by a little bit, you can always add more and adjust to your liking.
Absolutely.
Yes. And can I just say that I love that this eggnog, well, no eggnog that you're making is homemade, because there's so many store-bought kinds, like all different types of non-dairy brands, but a homemade vegan eggnog sounds just amazing. So I'm excited how it turns out.
Thank you. I'm excited
You
to
don't have any
try
like your favorite store-bought eggnog?
Yeah, it's so many of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I've never really had store bought. Like every family member I've had made it fresh back in the day. So I was
Oh,
spoiled.
wow. What a luxury.
Right.
That's the real thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes. So I'm going to mute myself so I do not ruin anybody's ears.
Okay.
And so, Jess, do you think you'd want to tune in?
Yeah, I can go ahead and hop in. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. We are so happy that each and every month you come back. And this is our last happy hour of the year. It is festive. We're celebrating the end of the year and the holidays. So, my drink is the only drink that is not on our website. However, it is very festive. It features cranberry and apple cider. So, I'm going to call it a cranberry apple cider fizz. And it's a mocktail. It can be a cocktail easily. You can spike it. Mine will be virgin tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to tell you what I have. It's so simple, guys. Simple ingredients. It's going to be really quick. But we're going to try to make it as festive and as nice as possible. So, of course, for cranberry, we have our cranberry juice. So this is just store-bought. Of course, you can get a kind that's like organic and pure. This is just like a juice cocktail. And of course, like, you know, you may be wondering what the juice cocktail entails when it says cranberry. All you gotta do is read the ingredients. So this is made from like a cranberry concentrate. So it is cranberry juice, even though it says cocktail. So for our apple cider, this is sparkling apple cider. Very simple. This is in the stores everywhere this time of year. And this is gonna give our fizz portion, okay? So we also have a lemon. We're going to add some lemon to it for garnish and for flavor. And then here I have a plate of sugar. We're going to do something really cute. I'm going to make a little nice sugar rim. So have my glass. I suggest you use something more festive, maybe like a flute, something pretty. But this is what I'm working with. So we're going to start by sugaring the rim of our glass for flavor and to make it pretty. Okay? So all you do is dip the rim in water. So I have a bowl of water right here. So I'm going to go ahead and dip my glass in the water, and I have my plate of sugar. Okay, so we're gonna dip it in and cross our fingers that this works. We want a nice rim of sugar on our glass. So let's see. Okay, not bad, right? Okay, so we have that. So this is a simple recipe. It's 1 in 1. So I have my measuring cup here. So I'm gonna give my cranberry juice a good shake. Now, you know, you could also probably add some cranberries to this as well, just as garnish. Maybe some frozen cranberries would be really good. So I'm going to go ahead and measure out a cup of cranberry juice. All right. And please, before you do this, measure your glass. Make sure the amount of liquid you're using, you know, we don't want to overflow. So I have my cup of cranberry. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. Try not to make a mess. You're clumsy. And then we're going to get our sparkling apple cider. So I pre-opened this because, you know, these kind of tops calls for a can opener or a bottle opener, I should say. So we're going to go ahead and measure out a cup of our sparkling apple cider. This also comes on organic. I did see that. So this is just the regular kind, Martinelli's. And we're going to measure out a cup of our sparkling apple cider as well. So if you want to make this as a cocktail instead of a mocktail, I would recommend vodka. I mean, because, you know, cranberry and vodka is a drink that we all know. Okay, so we have our cup of apple cider. And I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my glass. And look at that. You see all the bubbles? Yes, that's why the sparkling apple cider comes in handy. So if you don't want to use a sparkling apple cider, say like you made your homemade, you can just use apple cider, and I would use like a sparkling water or soda water to get your fizz portion. Okay, so look, we have our lemon. I'm going to go ahead and cut it up. So I'm going to cut lemon. To add to it, I'm going to do a tablespoon, and I'm also going to cut a slice for garnish on the side. I mean, cranberry and apples, I just think, what is more festive than that, right? For the holidays. Okay, so I'm gonna measure out a tablespoon of lemon juice. So I have this little measuring right here, and this is a tablespoon worth. Let's give it a good squeeze. And I'm so excited to taste it. I'm not that big of a cranberry fan, but I feel like with the apple cider, it will be really good. But it's festive, so, and we're celebrating. All right. So I got my tablespoon of lemon juice here, and you just pour that right in. Okay. We're gonna give it a nice stir. And then we have our other slice of lemon for garnish. And don't forget our sugared rim, y'all. That's what I'm excited about. So here we go. That's it. So simple. Cranberry apple fizz mocktail. If you want to spike it, I suggest vodka to make it a cocktail.
Cheers. I love cute food. Like even like designing. Like sometimes, food can be good even if it does not look good, but when it looks good, it makes it even more exciting to eat. So
yes, so I'm gonna wait to taste it. Okay, I'm gonna wait to taste it till the end, but it smells good. It's so fragrant.
Oh my god, that looks so good. And on top of that, I feel you, Jess. I'm not a cranberry person either, but in a drink, you can convince me.
Exactly. I feel like the apple is gonna be really good. So I'll let you know once I taste it.
I feel like the fizz is gonna take it to that next level. Like
absolutely.
All right, now got the sugar rim and all that type of stuff.
Yes, we're trying to make it fancy. We're celebrating for the holidays, so
yes, exactly.
Yes.
So I guess I will jump right in. Tonight I'm doing a simple, sort of like appetizer dish. I'm doing sweet and savory tarts. So it's going to be two different tarts. One is going to be sweet, one is going to be savory. One is going to be a blueberry pear tart, and the other one is going to be a tomato tart. So as always, I'm going to go jump in, show you the ingredients, and then we're going to put it together. So I'm going to start with the sweet one. I'm going to turn my camera just a little bit. All right. So this amazing, I just found puff pastry this year, and this is what it looks like. Puff pastry, I just feels like it just meets that flaky, buttery, bready thing that I was missing for a very long time. And I found this, I was like, this is heaven. So I found this in Lido's. This is the one that I picked up, but I also found a brand in Harris Teeter. I found one in Giant. Just go to your local grocery store and always check the label. This one just has wheat, but you want to make sure that your puff pastry doesn't have milk or eggs. And if you don't see that on the label, then you're good to go. So this is going to be the base of my puff pastry. So for the sweet one, it says it's going to be a blueberry pear tart. I just have some pear I'm going to chop up, and I have some wild blueberry jam. I found this in my local Marshalls, but you can, there it is. Just some blueberry jam. And what I loved about this one was the ingredients was so simple. Just blueberries, sweetened with fruit juice concentrates, grape and date, fruit pectin, and lemon juice. So no added all the extra sugar, just sugar from fruit. Very nice and simple. And then I was looking on YouTube one day and I was watching this recipe videos, and I got a nice little tip from one of the chefs out there. And that chef actually used some baby food for like the pureed food. I'm like, that's so smart, because baby food, they don't do too much to it. It's just very simple. So I just picked up this just pear fruit puree, and again, the ingredients is very simple: pear puree, lemon juice concentrate. So of course you can go and blend up your own pear, but if it's already blended up, very simple ingredients, why not? So we have our puff pastry, we have our pear, we have our blueberry jam. Of course, you can switch it up, whatever type of jam you like: strawberry, fig, orange marmalade. You can get creative. We have some pear puree. We have some maple butter, or you can also use some maple syrup. And then we have some cream cheese. And again, you can use any type of cream cheese that you want, or you can also make your own cream cheese. If you want to make your own cream cheese, of course, that's the one that I like to go to is the cashew one. You just ground up some cashews and just look up a recipe for that. But it's so simple, so easy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and assemble that. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera down. All right, so the trick for this tart is I like to have it more on the creamy side. So when I'm thinking about the recipe, I want it to be more creamy. So I'm going to use more of the cream cheese, which is my creamy base, opposed to the liquid, the pear puree and the blueberry puree. So I'm going to go ahead and put that together. So for this, I'm just going to add a half a tablespoon of my blueberry jam. And this is just going to be like one simple tart. Again, double it or increase the amount if you're serving, a whole lot more people. So half a teaspoon of that blueberry jam. I love this little squeeze bottle because I can just squeeze it right out. And this is also going to be a half a teaspoon. And again, I'm just adding a small amount of this because I don't want to make it too runny. I still want it to be nice and creamy. So again, taking that tip that Jamila gave earlier, which is, adding in small amounts at a time because you can always adjust later. And then for this, I'm just going to add in 2 tablespoons of the cream cheese. For this, I'm just going to add a teaspoon of the maple butter. Then we go ahead and whisk that together. I also let my cream cheese sit out a little bit just so it can, get softened and it'll be a little easier to work with. And I actually am going to add a little bit more of my blueberry jam. So we can get a nice deep purple color. All right. That's so simple. So I'm gonna just leave that there, and I'm gonna put together the savory tart filling. So again, that's going to be a tomato tart, but for the base, it's just going to be very simple. The ingredients is going to be some butter. We're going to have our cream cheese. We're going to have some oregano seasoning, and this oregano seasoning, if you don't have, well, not oregano, Italian seasoning. If you don't have Italian seasoning, this one is just a combination of thyme, oregano, marjoram, basil, rosemary, and sage. So you can go to your seasoning cabinet and just get those ingredients and put together based on your liking. We have some tomatoes, some garlic, and some sea salt. So again, I'm gonna go in with the base. I'm gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of my cream cheese. A half a tablespoon of garlic. A heaping teaspoon of the Italian seasoning. A pinch of salt. And a half a tablespoon of butter. And again, I just left my butter out a little bit just so it can be softened and easier to blend up when the time came. Go ahead and put that back in the fridge. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give that a nice little twirl. All right, so nice and simple, and everything is well incorporated. So I have my two fillings. So I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the toppings. So for my toppings, there's just gonna be some chopped up fruit. So for my savory one, it's just gonna be a combination of these different colored tomatoes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chop them up into like little medallions. And then those can just be placed right on top of the tart and we're ready to assemble them. And again, this is just going back, just you having fun with food and just making it look pretty. Like food can be art and it can make it more enjoyable to eat. So now I'm just gonna go in with my pear for my fruit one, and the toppings for that is just gonna be pear bits and blueberries. And then I'm just have some frozen blueberries in the freezer. I'm gonna pull out and put that on. All right, so those are all ready. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my puff pastry. I'm down to last one. And I let it sit out a little bit so they can thaw out. Maybe I had it sitting out too long because it's not trying. There we go. All right. So this is what it looks like. One little sheet. And again, when you're working with different puff pastries, they can come in, different shapes and sizes. This one just came in a long rectangle. So what I'm gonna do first, I just have my aquafaba, and again, this is just the juice from the chickpeas, and this is just gonna serve as sort of like my egg wash. So I'm just go ahead and paint that on, if you will. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut that down the middle. I'm gonna take the pan that I'm gonna be using and put that on. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and put them into sort of like small little boxes, if you will. So I'm taking up the rim just sort of like a half an inch, just to create like a cup feel, and then twisting in the corners so that the tart will stay in an upward position. And I'll just extend the side just so it's up just a little bit so that the filling doesn't spill out. And that one is ready. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the other one. You can extend the edges, and then we're ready to fill them up. All right. So I'm gonna go in with my savory filling first. Just take a dollop and just spread it out evenly. And the more creamier it is, I've learned from testing this out, the easier it will stay in. It won't spill over. And I was having trouble with the sweeter one because some of the ingredients are more liquidy. So I just was sure, like I told you earlier, I started with the more creamier base and then I built that up just so it wasn't as runny. All right. And I'm gonna go in with my sweet filling. And this is the one I don't want to fill up too much because it did sort of run over when I put it in the oven. So just enough. I'm gonna grab a couple of blueberries from the fridge, from the freezer. So here I just have some frozen blueberries, and I'm gonna go ahead and start to decorate my food. So I'm gonna just bring the pear bits over here. And this is where you can get creative. So I'm just gonna do alternating blueberry piece, pear piece. All right. And then for the savory one, I'm just going to go ahead and alternate the colors. So I just have, these are sort of like the mini tomatoes, and they come in red, yellow, and orange. So I'm just alternate the colors. That's going to make for a really beautiful piece of food. And for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle some more oregano seasoning. If you have fresh herbs, definitely use this. If I had some fresh basil, I would definitely put some fresh basil on top. Okay. And that's basically it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these ones in the oven really quickly. I'm going to set it to 350, and then they're just going to be in there for about 20 minutes. Okay, so those are going to be the heated ones. So then I also have these phyllo shells, and these are sort of like the pre-made like pastry shells, and these are already baked. So these are going to be for like your more your colder items. So because this is all vegan items, you don't have to worry about getting sick because the food is basically cooked. It's basically done. So this is what they look like. So this is a nice little one that you can just take the shells and fill in your mixture. So I'm gonna do one each, one savory, one sweet. So I'm just using the same mixture. I'm gonna take the leftover and just plop it in there. And after you finish putting these together, you can just pop these in the fridge and let them sort of thicken up and cool down for a little bit. And then same with these ones, you can decorate them with little fruit bits. So again, just get creative, throw some fruits on there, and then for this one, we can just throw that on there like that. This one in the middle. Sprinkle some seasoning on. And then you're good to go. These are what they look like. Okay. So that's really it. So simple, so easy, and very delicious. Of course, you're always looking to use whole foods, and that's what we did. We had our fruits, our pear and our blueberry. We had some tomatoes, some cream cheese, and then our delicious puff pastry shell, which is just awesome to use for just like that bready, buttery sensation that we all love to go for. So.
Oh my gosh, Jasmine, those look so good. I want to try the sweet one and I want to try the savory one. I love that it's just variety and you can get both. Like I imagine like a holiday platter and having like a savory section and a sweet section. That is so fun. I wish
the about it is just like you can get as creative as possible. So you can have like a billion different options. You can have blueberry, strawberry,
Mm-hmm.
some exotic fruit. You can do whatever you want to do with it.
And you know what else? That baby food tip is so smart. I never thought about it before, but you're right. The ingredients are always usually natural and minimal. So why couldn't you cook with them or add them to dishes? So,
Yeah.
great
I will
tip. That's
say
big.
baby food is a bit bland, but
Oh, really?
it is. I was like, oh, it really doesn't have a taste, but it's just, pear, and I can't sweeten it up,
Right.
which I do my maple syrup. So that worked out for me.
Oh, that's so good. And I love how, just like what you were saying, Jess, that there's a sweet and a savory, because I'm not much of a tomato person, but I know that no matter what on a tart, they would be absolutely delicious, because savory tarts are so good. And absolutely. I'm just going to go to the comments really quick. I see Janet Jones. Thank you so much for watching. First of all, thank you for watching, everyone. And Janet Jones, thank you for watching. And we're wishing you a speedy recovery on your journey as you are in the hospital. And on top of that, with the aprons, y'all, the aprons they're not for
You know what? So first of all, thank you for the compliments on these. So I've seen some other compliments in the past about, are these for sale? No, sorry, unfortunately, not yet. So we may release some aprons in the future. We have a merch shop on Teespring where you could get a whole bunch of merch. We have like water bottles, tote bags, stuff like that. But the aprons were made exclusively for the team. So stay tuned though. Maybe one day we have to figure it out if we want to end up selling them. But thanks for the
question. We have started the conversation, so
yeah, we're seeing a lot. So thanks for your feedback. So you never know. Stay tuned.
Definitely keep up with the comments, because that's going to definitely encourage us to do it as well. I mean, these are pretty fly aprons. I have to say so myself.
I agree.
I love them. I love a good black.
I know.
Yeah.
You never go wrong with black.
Right.
Wrong. Absolutely. Well, cool. Well, as you have your tarts in the oven, should I just show y'all my drink really quick?
We actually have that prior too, so I'm ready to show mine. And
cool. You can just probably show totally
TV magic.
Yes.
So you want to try yours first, Jamila?
Oh no, we can probably just go in in order, basically.
Okay.
You're already ready. Yeah.
All right. So I knew it took a little bit longer, so I did a first batch. So this is what it turned out and looked like. So here are the smaller little tarts. This is like the savory, small with the follow shells. Then we have the sort of sweet one. And then we have our larger tarts, which are the warm ones. This is the savory one.
Ooh.
And then this is the one I was saying was a little runny. So that's why I was sort of like conservative with putting the blueberry and the pear filling. But this is the sweet tart. I'm going to just go ahead and try it. Should I do sweet or savory first?
Sweet.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Sweet.
Go ahead. What this reminds me of? You know, when we were growing up and we used to have like the toaster strudels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's nice and flaky, but then you had the nice sweet filling on the inside. So
yum. So how do you think those would store? Could you like put them in the fridge and reheat them and stuff?
Good question.
I think so. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, probably like wrap it in like a wet towel so that the doughy part doesn't get so hard.
Right.
But again, like that delicious cold.
Mm.
I'm going to go ahead and try the savory one. Okay. And this one is actually my favorite.
Ooh, it looks so good.
It does.
I love pizza. This is what this reminds me of.
I'm so happy for you, but so jealous at the same time.
I was just about to say that I'm such a hater right now.
Yes, it looks so good.
Yeah, those are delicious, and I'm not gonna try the other ones because it's basically the same thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lucky you!
I know. And you did say the recipe is on our website, right?
It will be on our website on our blog.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Sounds so good.
Cool. And also, y'all, if you haven't seen our comments yet, you can definitely check out our free vegan holiday recipe guide that we like to circulate every holiday season. So you can basically do your holiday dinners with your family in style. The link is in the comments. So definitely check it out there. Download your free copy today and let us know what you think.
Yes, and let us know what items you're going to make from there. And you're going to make for yourself or you're going to take the share to the holiday dinner.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
So should I move on to my taste test really quick? Okay, y'all. So I blended it all up. It could be a little bit sweeter, but I just added, I just made myself a cup. I put a little bit of ice in there and added 1 tablespoon of bourbon. I'm gonna put bourbon in the whole drink. But then after I do that, I want to show y'all how creamy it is when I pour it into a larger glass. Okay, so taste test for me. Let's see how it tastes. You know what?
Good.
This is actually really good. To be honest, once again, I could probably use 1 more tablespoon of syrup, but I'm not going to do all that. It's still very good. It doesn't have to be too sweet in order for me to enjoy it. I can definitely taste all the warming spices. It tastes like eggnog. It probably can use a little bit more thickness, but just like what I mentioned earlier, our original recipe on our website at Afro-Vegan Society.org calls for a Japanese sweet potato, which gives you not only that delicious, tasty cotton candy flavor from the sweet potato, but also gives you the thickness that a traditional eggnog would have. So I think this is good. I don't care about the thickness. This is absolutely tasty. I believe that once I chill it in the fridge for a while, it'll definitely thicken and maybe even get a little bit sweeter as it marinates. Just one more second, y'all.
That's giving me like Irish cream vibes, Jamila, or like the Bailey's Irish cream.
I was about to say it looks really creamy from here, so it looks really
it's super creamy. I'm not gonna lie, and like even with ice in it, like it kind of like ice kind of waters things down, which is probably why it needs more syrup. But even then, it's still very sweet and tasty. So, but let me just show you how creamy it is. It's just a little bit of fuzz on top. And on top of this, y'all, you don't have to just stop at the eggnog itself. If you want to, you can add your own vegan whipped cream on top, maybe a few little sprinkles of cardamom or nutmeg or just pumpkin spice in general on top. I'm not much of a whipped cream person, so I'm going to leave it like that. But let me just show y'all as I pour it into this glass.
I'm going to say, okay, Starbucks barista.
That's what I do.
All right.
Actually, fun fact, y'all, I used to be a barista in a lot of places.
I didn't know that.
And that really helped me along my vegan journey because I realized what I did not want in my body. So I am excited. So if you
like it made its own foam almost. It looks so good.
The foam actually looks fantastic. I did not expect that. I think it's because I probably put it on high speed for about a minute, just so all the flavors and all the ingredients can mix together very well. If you want to, y'all, when you storage it in a nice glass jar, you could put your bourbon in. I'm going to refrain because I just want it to be virgin for now. But yes, I definitely recommend this. This is absolutely so tasty.
Have to try that.
It looks so good. Okay, so I guess I should get on with my taste test. I held out. I didn't try it yet, even though the fragrance of it is amazing to my nose. So once again, if you're just tuning in, I made a cranberry apple cider fizz mocktail. It can be a cocktail. You can spike it with vodka. That's what I would recommend because, vodka and cranberry is a drink that most of us know. And I also did a little nice sugared rim and just lemon for garnish. So this is only three ingredients. It's cranberry juice, sparkling apple cider, and lemon juice. And that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste. Oh, wow. I think thinking that the apple would really jazz up the cranberry, it did the trick. It's really good.
Yes.
Nice balance.
It adds a little bit of sweetness, so it's really good.
Ooh, this looks fancy.
You get a little pop of sugar on your tongue. Sugar rim.
And imagine even like in a nicer glass, like a flute or something. It would be really cool.
You ready?
So, yeah.
Oh, right now. Cheers. Happy holidays. Well, 2 weeks from now, happy holidays.
Yes. Really good.
Look at you.
All right, so we just want to say thank you to everyone for always joining us. The OGs that's with us every single happy hour, every single event. We appreciate you so much, and we just look forward to creating more content, more programming in this new 2023 year that's coming up. But as we prepare for this new year, we are actually in our end of year call for giving season. We actually started on Giving Tuesday, which was the kickoff event, to start our, call for donations, sponsors, or just sharing our work, sharing with your friends and families, to take a look at our work and see what we have to offer. So if you love what you do and you want to support us, please share our work. Or if you are ready to give a donation, you can go over to our website at Afro-Vegan-Society.org, and there's going to be a tab, our Giving Tuesday tab. If you click on that, you will see a button that says donate. If you click on that donate button, it will take you right to a page where you can share a donation, if you will, if you're able to. But anywho, we are grateful for any type of support that you are able to do, whether it's just sharing our posts, letting your friends and family know what we're all about. We're just so grateful for you. So, do you guys have any lasting words?
Yeah. Oh, just to piggyback off of that, yes, we really appreciate the support. Those of you that follow us on all of our platforms, all of our social medias, and the ones that have tuned in every month for our happy hour, thank you. We see y'all in the comments. Thank you for commenting. And thanks for making these dishes. We had someone on our social media, they made, I think it was from our chicken event, our broadcast for making awareness about chicken. So somebody made one of those dishes, and it looks so yeah. So thank y'all. So we appreciate you, and happy holidays. Be safe out there. Please enjoy it with your family, your friends, or by yourself, whatever you're doing.
Yes, and absolutely. I'm just going to basically say what y'all are just saying, that we are greatly and intensely and immensely appreciative of all of you being with us every time. Even if you're new, you've been here for one day, or you've been here since day one. We are so grateful for you all. Y'all are on us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. We see each and every one of you. Of course, we are a small team, so we do the best we can in our responses. But just know we appreciate you, every single one of you, and wish you all a happy holidays, however you celebrate. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope you enjoy our recipes this holiday season. And be sure, if you haven't already, definitely follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all that type of stuff. But we already know you are. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So thank you for a great year, and we will see you guys in 2023. I just still cannot believe we're already at the end of the year.
It's
last December like it was yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like we were just doing our February happy hour, our first happy hour.
Yes.
Wow.
Time for nobody.
Yes, it really does.
Absolutely.
But yes, much appreciated. And once again, thank you all for the lovely comments. You are so awesome. Oh, such
y'all. Holidays to Rochelle, Linda, Ruthie, Lita Logical. Thank y'all for your comments. So yes. Thank y'all. We appreciate you.
But on that note, thank you for joining us this evening, and happy holidays to you all. We will see you in 2023.
See you later.
See y'all. Enjoy.